Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Monday Night Raw live from Miami, Florida. We've got Royal Rumble qualifying action.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring, representing American-made from Knoxville, Tennessee,
Ivy Nile versus Gigi Dolin. These two women vying for an opportunity to qualify for the Royal Rumble. Big time opportunity here for both women. Ivy Nile has come up short for the Intercontinental Championship many times here. And Gigi Dolin has been trying to get Shotzi to team up with her in the tag team division to no avail. But, I mean, she's closer than she started. So, I mean, that's a positive thing. But she can win tonight. She will be looking at an opportunity to climb back into World Championship contention by winning the Royal Rumble. Former Women's World Champion, former WWE Champion, looking to get back on that path to championship gold. But she's got Ivy Nile to get through, one step at a time.
And her opponent from Atlanta, Georgia, Gigi Dolin.
But Ivy Nile, I mean, if she's able to win here, that'll be the biggest opportunity of her career, to be honest. I mean, she's been in Rumbles before, don't get me wrong, but I mean, if you pull a good number, like, I don't know, 25 to 30, that increases your odds of walking out of that Rumble with a victory, and that changes the course of your career forever. But like Gigi Dolin, Ivy Nile has to win this match to move along. See Gigi Dolin rocking the Chemical X jacket. I mean, she had it ready last week for Shotzi, but Shotzi turned it down. And Gigi rocking it here tonight. I mean, a couple of weeks ago, or a few weeks ago, Gigi was out there for Shotzi, but Shotzi is not here for Gigi. What's going on there, man? Ivy Nile, Gigi Dolin, Royal Rumble qualifying action. Here we go. Collar and elbow tie up here in the center of the ring. Royal Rumble this Saturday and Sunday, a 2-day affair, in which we'll see the Royal Rumble take place on both nights, male and female, respectively. As Gigi Dolin gets in full control here of the matchup early on. Tilt-a-whirl head scissors. Impressive maneuver there for Gigi Dolin. Does Gigi Dolin have a nickname? I don't remember if she has a nickname. I'm pretty sure she does, though. As we're back into a collar and elbow tie-up, with Ivy Nile winning that exchange. The Gypsy Princess, the Gypsy Queen, Hell's Favorite Harlot. Okay, I'm seeing some names here. I remember Hell's Favorite Harlot, as Ivy Nile hits a big step-up kick there in the corner, winning the power advantage after driving Gigi into that corner. Big shoulder takedown there from the Pitbull. Ivy Nile is a very impressive athlete, man. She truly is. I'm a big Ivy Nile guy. Big Ivy Nile guy. I used to be a big Gigi guy, but yeah. But I was sorely disappointed after events. As Gigi hits a step-up kick clothesline combination into a pinfall here, in which Ivy Nile kicks out at a count of 1. Fabulous Sean here on call for the officiating, as Gigi drives a big, stiff left kick to the back of Ivy Nile, now working that arm. And she's able to hit the Gigi driver. That does affect the arm. She gets the arm behind and drives the shoulders into the mat and do a lot of damage, maybe taking out Ivy Nile. She hits some kicks to the leg, big stiff shot to the midsection there, but Ivy Nile able to counter into a jawbreaker. There's not many people that do jawbreakers anymore in wrestling. Jawbreaker's a pretty cool move, man. More people should do jawbreaker. Look kind of sick as Ivy Nile hits a big stiff stomp to the ankle, setting up that ankle lock. She calls for Gigi to get up, looking for a roundhouse kick. It's missed. Counter from Gigi Dolin into a big German suplex. German suplex. Might be looking for some Kawada-style kicks. Yes, man. And driving her face into the mat. Calling for Ivy Nile to get up. Maybe looking for the end here. Maybe the Gigi driver. Nope, big kick to the leg. Rolling her over. And a big stiff kick to the back. Getting her up in a position we look for a blockbuster here, maybe. Nope, a neck breaker of sorts. That will do a lot of damage. Gigi Dolin wearing down her opponent bit by bit, now targeting the legs of Ivy Nile. She has no leg-based offense, but, targeting the legs, it'll be difficult to walk around. She covers here. Kick out at a count of 0. Got to do a lot more to keep down the pit bull. The pit bull, Dale. Big stiff kick to the back there of Ivy Nile. Now attacking the legs again. Does she have a leg maneuver? She's attacking the legs a lot here in this matchup. Big kick to the back there. Calling for Ivy Nile to get Joey. So grabbing a handful. I love you too. Grabbing a handful of hair. Bro, this audience is this match is over, brother, with the crowd. Somebody in this match is over. I don't know who that lady said I love you to in particular, but the Ivy Nile looking for a big shoulder tackle. Counter there, drop down by Gigi Dolin and covering for the pin. 1, 2, almost seeing her Royal Rumble hopes and dreams vanish there. Ivy Nile able to kick out at a count of 2. And Gigi Dolin using her legs to her advantage. Wrapping them around the neck of Ivy Nile, but Ivy Nile able to break out of it. There's a gut wrench powerbomb. Or a gut wrench suplex, rather. Sweeping the legs, Gigi Dolin calling for Ivy Nile to get up yet again. Maybe now we're looking at the G driver. Nope, stepping into the dropping down Ivy and getting her into a vulnerable position here. Maybe another quad style kick. Nope, just draping the boot across the back of the head of Nile is Gigi. Getting back up in the seated position. Maybe looking for another neck breaker or another snapmare, I guess. Driving that head into the mat, targeting the legs again. I truly don't understand this strategy of Gigi Dolin. She's looking to break out a new maneuver here, but to no avail as Ivy Nile is back on the attack. The pit bull is getting vicious. And now maybe returning the favor, trying to return the favor of Gigi Dolin, but Gigi able to counter single maneuver. 1 mile ahead. Drives that knee into the back of Ivy, who counters whatever Gigi had in mind with her foot there. Driving that foot into the back of her leg, and now catching Gigi in midair and a fall-away slam there for Ivy Nile. And maybe looking for a dragon sleeper. Possibly. No, what the hell? What the hell? The torture rack! That is so random. A torture rack is crazy. As Gigi Dolin fights out of it. That's so tough. I actually messed with that a lot. But Gigi Dolin was able to fight out of it. And driving the head of Ivy into that corner. Now right back on the attack. Right back on the offense is Gigi. And maybe looking for, God, what's that move? Yeah, this. Oh, I thought she did it multiple times like X-Pac, but Bronco Buster. That's what it is. Bronco Buster into the corner there. And looking to put Ivy Nile into position here with some slaps to the face. Off the ropes. Ivy Nile in prime time position. Big front drop kick to the midsection. Got all of it. And now Gigi Dolin going up top. We don't see Gigi go up to the top very often. But when she does, she hits the mark. Can she hit the mark right here? Big crossbody, got all of it. And now looking for the end. Got wrist control, got the back. JJ driver! My God, the impact. 1, 2. And Ivy Nile able to kick out at a count of 2.5. That was very close. As Fight Forever chants ring out here in Miami, Florida, Dolin. Performance by Pitbull later in the night. That is not true, actually. That will not happen. Irish whip off the rope. Big pump. I love that animation. Big pump kick from Gigi Dolin. Now right back on the attack with some left hands. A lot of left hands. Big slap there as well to round it off. Getting Ivy Nile up to her knees in a big boot. The biggest of boots from Gigi Dolin, who is getting in a lot of offense. I was going to say, Ivy Nile has not really been on the attack here very often here in this matchup. She got in a little bit of offense, but since then, Gigi Dolin has been shutting down everything Ivy Nile has had in mind. And now she is in the corner in prime position. Big, look like a back elbow body splash combination. Whatever it was, Gigi Dolin got all of it. And now alley-oop and looking for the pin. 1, 2. Ooh. Kick out there at a count of 2.5. Almost putting Nile away, but not enough to keep the pit bull down. As she gets Ivy up to her feet. Gets the back. Looking to sweep the legs. But Ivy counters. Vicious boot there from Nile. Maybe looking for a dragon sleeper. No counter. Big roundhouse from Gigi Dolin. And that might do it. Nile's body went limp. And wasn't enough to keep Ivy down. 2 count there. What does Gigi have to do to keep the pit bull down? Gotta put the pit bull down. How will Gigi do it? Looking for the GG driver. One more time. Got it. 1, 2. Gigi Dolin is going to the Rumble. It's Sophia Everett taking out Gigi Dolin and Nile. For why? Sophia Everett super kick to Deville Sean. Nile in position, the curb stomp. Sophia Everett's lost her damn mind. Obviously fuming from the events of last week. GTS to Gigi Dolin. Sophia Everett is lost her damn mind out here, taking out anything that moves. Pretty good. Sophia Everett wants Mercedes. She wants to get her hands on Mercedes. That much is quite obvious. And Molly Holly, I'm sure it's going to... You know, what a collision course that's going to be. Oba Femi Braun Breaker for the World's Championship on Sunday night. Can't wait to see that one. But now we got Cora Jade versus Carmella next.
The following contest is
Obviously, we saw earlier in the night, I mean, Sophia's been all over the arena looking for Mercedes Moné, but we saw earlier in the night a little bit of dissension between Cora Jade and Sophia Everett. I mean, even going as far as Sophia's open hand slapping the taste out of Cora Jade's mouth. And, I mean, Sophia is a ticking time bomb currently, and I feel sorry for anyone that gets in her path, including Cora Jade, I guess, here tonight, as we've seen. But an opportunity for Cora Jade to gain some momentum here, going into this Saturday for her Intercontinental Championship opportunity against Selina Drake. And as far as we know, still Chelsea Green. We still don't know the updates on her arm from the vicious assault by the Intercontinental Champion Selina Drake last week, in which Cora Jade did not come out to help her. But I guess we'll find out when we get updates on Chelsea Green.
And her opponent from Chicago, Illinois, Cora Jade.
Cora Jade is willing to do whatever it takes, as it seems, to get her hands on that Intercontinental Championship. Championship that, once again, Blair Davenport has never lost. And Selina Drake taking advantage in the Intercontinental Championship tournament, winning it, inevitably. And has been a great champion since. I mean, she's held it for about, what would it be? 4 or 5 months? About 4 or 5 months, something like that. Not bad. Not bad. How much longer reign than, well, it wasn't a much longer reign than Blair, because Blair wanted at Armageddon, correct? Blair wanted at Armageddon against Selena Vega, so about, because then she lost it around In Your House. She had to vacate it, so about 4 months. And Cora Jade starting out with a super kick. So if Cora Jade's able to beat Carmella here tonight, I mean, that's a lot of momentum going into the match this Saturday, but I still want to know what happened to Chelsea. I mean, where would Cora Jade's mind space even be after what happened earlier in the night with Sophia Everett? I mean, what is the status of the Dominion at this point, to be honest? If we're going to be real, it seems like they're as divided as ever, as Carmella gets a cover here, not even a count of one. They're as divided as ever. Cora has her own agenda with the Intercontinental Championship. Chelsea obviously has aspirations for the Intercontinental Championship. These two are not on the same page. Sophia, I mean, let's be honest, Sophia hasn't been around Cora and Chelsea in months, except for maybe around Survivor Series. What is the status of this faction? We haven't had new t-shirts in quite some time. It's spooky times for the Dominion. I mean, hell, Divinity on the other show is also showing some cracks. Has been showing some cracks for months, to be honest. But Dominion has always been that strong family. But I mean, sometimes families fight, and right now it's a bad patch for these two. As Carmella has been in full control of this matchup here against Cora Jade. As Cora Jade is fighting back into this matchup, coming back from the apron. But as I say that, Carmella shuts it right down with a back rake to the back of Cora Jade. Irish whip off the ropes. Big shoulder tackle is missed. Kick in the gut there from Cora. And right back on it with a big backstabber to Carmella. And she gets a count of 2. Cora Jade, if she is able to win the Intercontinental Championship this Saturday, that will be her first ever singles championship, period, even including NXT. In which case would be a big milestone for her career, and in her own hometown, mind you, in the city of Chicago. It'll be a really big opportunity, really big stage for her. She's getting in full control here of this matchup. Sonya Deville trying to create an opening here for Carmella to get back into this matchup. But Carmella is dazed and confused in this corner, out of it. And Carmella didn't take advantage of said opening, as Cora Jade perched her up on the top rope with some right hands and meeting her up. What the hell is this? What is this maneuver? Oh my God, top rope Hurricane Rana. That was sick. That was a weird setup, but that was sick. And now Daphne LaShawn occupied with that turnbuckle pad, trying to put it back on as Cora Jade is fighting back into this matchup, even though she had momentum. Getting the cover, and almost immediately, it's like she had a second sense. That's how good the referee is. That's how good she is at her job. She had a second sense that the pinfall was taking place, and she was able to get the count, even though she kicked out pretty early on. But up to the top rope, coffin drop there from Cora Jade. And this might be it. No, it is not. Count of two there for Cora Jade. Count of two there for Cora Jade. But getting Carmella up to her feet and jaded. Getting all of it. Sense in the end. 1, 2. Thank you, Carmella. But have a good night. Cora Jade is victorious here in Miami on the way to the Royal Rumble. Big victory there for the Sorceress of Sin on her way to competing for this woman's Intercontinental Championship in triple threat action. The third competitor, Chelsea Green. Who knows what her status is for the match, but as far as we know, she will be there because we have not gotten an update otherwise. But it's looking grim for her. It's looking as if this Saturday it will be between these two women of who will be Intercontinental Champion. And Chelsea Green putting that was a weird comment from that fan. But anyway, Chelsea Green is here tonight, driving the champion into the steps, getting revenge on Selina Drake. On the attack, Chelsea Green is, as Cora Jade watches on in the ring. And these two locking eyes with one another this Saturday. It's all about the Intercontinental Championship. Damn the Dominion. Damn everything but that title. And Cora Jade knows it. And now Chelsea Green, after last week, knows it. Gets Cora Jade in position. I'm prettier. To Cora Jade. Chelsea Green making it known as if Cora Jade didn't last week. It's definitely known now. This Saturday, for that Intercontinental Championship, it's every woman for themselves. And the question remains, will this be the image by the end of that match that we'll be seeing Chelsea Green as your new Women's Intercontinental Champion? Sounds good to me. Sign me up. It's on the more serious note, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to make it official. 3 stages of hell. And out comes our general manager, who has had a very busy night here tonight. Dealing with Obafemi, dealing with Sophia, dealing with Frost, hiding Mercedes in her office. But now she's got to deal with combustible elements, the EST, and the beautiful madness as they prepare for this Saturday 3 stages of hell, and we prepare to find out what those 3 stages exactly are. The beautiful madness, Giulia, has been on quite a journey since she has made her debut here on Monday Night Raw months ago. I mean, she hasn't been on the main roster for that long, if I'm going to be real. And she's already made quite an impact. Has almost been world's champion, twice now at this point, if not for Bianca. And this Saturday, it all comes to a head. It all comes to an end. And she steps into the ring with the EST for one final time in this rivalry for 3 stages of hell. There have been a limited amount of 3 stages of hell matches over the years, and we're adding one more chapter to that book as these 2 women go to war in Chi-Town. A match that will change their careers for better or for worse. You talk about Giulia's journey to this point. Let's talk about Bianca's journey. Since making her return, she has made it her life's mission to ensure that she makes Sophia Everett suffer. She wants to be the one to take that championship off of Sophia Everett and put her through what Sophia put Bianca through, but the mission has been pushed aside for the meanwhile. Take a little detour because of the beautiful madness. And these 2 women have been entrenched in a feud since really this summer, when Bianca cost Giulia the World Championship at SummerSlam. She beat Giulia at No Mercy. She lost to Giulia at Survivor Series, and they do it one more time in 3 stages. It all comes to a head this Saturday, the Royal Rumble, the Beautiful Madness, the EST. One more time in 3 stages of hell. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for Royal Rumble qualifying action. We've got the Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka, against the Storm, Jade Cargill. We find out who enters the Royal Rumble this Sunday.
The following is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring, representing Damage Control from Osaka, Japan,
Asuka, really every single member of Damage Control, trying to find their path here on Monday Night Raw since the disbanding of the faction. And Asuka, obviously, former multi-time women's champion, former Royal Rumble winner, former WrestleMania big-time match ever. Forgot she didn't main event WrestleMania. Multiple time, actually undefeated streak, longest undefeated streak in NXT history. And she's very well decorated, multi-time tag team champion. She is quite possibly one of the best Joshis that has ever stepped foot in the WWE. By far. And she has an opportunity to qualify for the Royal Rumble and do it one more time. Well, it seems as if Mercedes Moné is going to take it upon herself to be out here for Jade Cargill's match, maybe looking at this as a form of protection from Sophia Everett. Didn't seem like Jade wanted that, though. If I'm going to be honest, it didn't seem like Jade and Mercedes were on the same page. Obviously, Jade wants to break out on her own.
from Orlando, Florida,
Jade Cargill, her biggest opportunity since, I guess, kind of breaking out on her own. Possible for her to win the Rumble, go on to WrestleMania, compete for World's Championship, whether that be Tiffany Stratton's WWE Championship or Sophia Everett's World Championship. We saw last year's Royal Rumble winner Trish Stratus obviously pick Sophia Everett and go on to WrestleMania to inevitably lose in what was a fantastic match against the Women's World Champion. What a task this will be for whoever wins the Rumble to face a champion who has held the championship for 421 days at this point, or Tiffany Stratton, who has held the championship for, quite some time. I don't know the specific days for her reign, but she has held it since the Royal Rumble of last year, so it would be 365 days at the Royal Rumble when she defeated Bayley at the Rumble of last year. Here we go. Big time matchup, Jade Cargill, Asuka. Mercedes Moné making herself very comfortable here on the outside. Trying to find a means of staying clear of Sophia Everett. But you would have to think, right, if you use it logically, wouldn't her being out here, Sophia spent all night just trying to find Mercedes, wouldn't Mercedes being out here kind of make it easier for Sophia to find her? That's just me. But Asuka's having full control here of this matchup as she wraps Jade's head, or wraps her legs around Jade's neck, and drives a big elbow into the head of Cargill, and does it one more time. Asuka, big opportunity here, like I said previously, to get back on the right track in her singles competition. If she's able to win the Royal Rumble, that's a big jump. Like I said, I said it earlier in the night with Gigi and Ivy. The Royal Rumble is a big opportunity to jump up into the main event scene here in WWE, catapult almost to superstardom. Especially if you're able to inevitably win said championship match at WrestleMania. You'll definitely get your foot in the door of the Royal Rumble. It has made main eventers, it has broken main eventers. It's pretty damn good matchup to catapult careers. As Jade Cargill calls for Asuka to get up to her feet. It just drives Asuka down into her knee. Looking for the pinfall here. Only a count of one. There for Jade Cargill. Calling for Asuka to come on. I don't know if you heard it, but gorilla press slam or military press slam, however you want to. I mean, I guess it's the same thing, right? What's the difference between? I think I've asked this before. What's the difference between a gorilla press slam and a military press slam? I mean, Ultimate Warrior did a gorilla press slam, but like, who did a military press slam for it to be called a military press slam? You know what I mean? Like, what's the difference? As Asuka, it's a combination of kicks here. We know her background in a different variety of jiu-jitsus. I don't know if it's Brazilian or Taekwondo. I don't know the difference between any of them, to be honest. But she's very adept in feet ability. As Jade Cargill calls for her opponent to get up to her feet yet again. An Irish whip off the ropes. Maybe a drop down? Nope. Looking for a back elbow that was missed. And looking for another forearm that was missed. And Asuka takes advantage of the brain damage of Jade Cargill. Then drives a boot right to the back of Cargill. Stiff forearm. Missed there from Asuka, but taking advantage, driving Jade off of that turnbuckle pad. And it's a big German suplex as Mercedes tries to cheer on Jade Cargill. Trying to get back into the good graces of Jade. Maybe have Jade watch her back once again. It's hard to talk your talk when you ain't got a giant behind you. Big, I don't even know what that was. Jade was looking for a clothesline there, and Asuka countered with something that was to the chest area. Asuka calling for her opponent to get up, maybe looking for, what is this? Stalking her prey. Oh, big roundhouse kick countered there from Jade. Maybe Jade looking for the glam slam. But I think Asuka countered it. Yep. Fighting back. Big strikes to the abdomen there from Jade Cargill. Big open palm slap there from Asuka. Counter the leg kick there from Jade. Now driving the head of Asuka down into the mat. Calling for her opponent to get up once more. Jade Cargill looking to get in full control here. And gets a handful of hair of the Empress. And driving her head off into that turnbuckle. And now just using that size, the reach of that foot, and driving it into the neck and chin area of Asuka. Now just stomping away on the Empress in the corner. But Asuka able to fight out, able to battle out of that corner. And a big drop kick to the Storm. And kicks her arm. Weakens the arm. I mean, you can lock in the Asuka lock, you know what I'm saying? Locking in the Asuka lock. You know, driving the head of Asuka. Or driving her foot into the head of Jade, rather, and a big stiff kick to the back. Maybe looking for the Asuka lock here. No, what the hell is this? Oh my goodness, rapid fire curb stomps to the back of Jade and just targeting that back area. She doesn't have a lot of back offense, though. I don't really know why. I mean, I guess Asuka's just targeting every body part of Jade. She is giving her the business, brother. Big roundhouse kick again. She is in full control here. Covers Jade. Can she get the win here and qualify for the Royal Rumble? Count of two. Kicking out. Frustration setting in for the Empress. As Jade kicks out there, the roundhouse at a count of two. Calling for Jade to get up. Maybe looking for the Asuka lock. Twirling her around. Can she get it in? Locked in. Middle of the ring. Nowhere to go. Asuka lock. And I think it was slipping, so she let go. And she swing and a miss. Swing and a miss of the stomp, but it's fine. She followed up with a nice stomp of her own. Looking for something there, but Jade counters, getting up, and a big, nice clothesline. As Mercedes continues to watch on. And that nice cowboy hat. That's a nice cowboy hat. Big, leg lariat there from Asuka. And now triangle hold looking to choke out her opponent. Got it completely locked in, but the strength advantage, Jade getting up and driving Asuka down to break the triangle hold lock. That's the strength advantage coming into play there for Jade Cargill. Irish whip off the ropes. Drop down? No drop down. Just straight up tossing her and kicking her in the face. That'll do it. That will do it. Absolutely. Into a big spine on the pine. I love that spine buster. Big spine on the pine. One. Only a count of one, but I love that spine. But you can do it again if you want to. I don't even care. That was a good. I love that spine buster. Has Asuka by the throat. Choke slam, driving her down to the mat. Looking for the end here. Looking for Jaded. Can she get Asuka up in the air? Yes, she can. Asuka senses the end. And drives her down. Jaded got all of it. 1, 2, 3. Jade Cargill thought that was the end, but it was indeed not. Right back on the attack, not letting moments rest, calling for Asuka to get up. Oh, but Asuka able to fight out, raking the odds. I think Daphne LaShawn just shouldn't see all of that. That's crazy. Big kick into the abdomen. Good lord. Jade Cargill back up, big kick to the leg. And now Asuka targeting the legs of Jade Cargill, trying to chop the big tree down. Obviously, Jade Cargill has the size advantage. Not only the size advantage, but the power advantage as well. And Asuka trying to chop her down bit by bit. Kicks to the abdomen. Kind of playing with her food here a little bit. Big kick to the face there. Into a recoil or code breaker, however you're feeling. Driving down Jade Cargill and hitting the cover. One. Only a 1 count there for Asuka. Not even close to qualifying for the Royal Rumble there. I think she said get the pain, that lady said. Big shining, I don't even know what that was. Is that a shining wizard or a leg drop? It looked like both, to be honest. But whatever it was, Asuka got a little bit of it. It was just enough to send Jade Cargill reeling. Big right hand. And draping Jade Cargill across the ropes. Asuka has been in full control of this matchup here for quite some time. As she goes up to the top, Asuka doesn't go up to the top often. She only goes up for that missile drop kick. And it looks like she'll be hitting it on the outside. High risk maneuver pays off there for the Empress of Tomorrow. And now targeting that arm again. Shout out to Penta. I forgot what he calls that. Asuka on the attack here on the outside. Not really doing a lot of moves that will do more damage on the outside. This does more damage on the outside. Just kicking the chest in of Jade Cargill, but came it in on that outside of the ring, that padded concrete. Concrete is concrete, man. You still feel it. Even if it is padded, it's very thin padding. It's to protect superstars from themselves, but you can still feel that impact. As she throws Jade in, looking for that Asuka lock. One more time. She got it locked in, but Jade's pretty close to the rope. If she can just reach that arm over to her right, she'll be able to get it, but no. Able to fight out of it. Big elbow to fight out of the Asuka lock there. Jade was nearly fading there, but she was able to find something, find some strength to fight out of it. And it's a big clothesline there on Asuka. Sophia Everett. That's Sophia's music. Mercedes Moné looks panicked. Sophia Everett on the attack. She found her target, and she's getting after it. Mercedes into the steps. Sophia on the prowl. Throwing Mercedes into our audience here in Miami, Florida. They're getting their money's worth. Big right hand. Another right hand. Another right hand. Big forearm shot. They're battling in the audience. Asuka. Poison mist. Blinding Jade Cargill getting the cover. Where the hell's the referee? Hello? Oh, she was put on the turnbuckle pad that Asuka took off earlier in the match. One. Oh, count of one. Asuka. That was a smart play. She took off the turnbuckle pad, had the referee distracted. And then the Sophia stuff going on. Asuka calling for Jade to get up, going up to that middle turnbuckle. Double axe handle to the back. Oh, please don't end it this way. Oh, wait a minute. Calling for Jade to get up, locking it in one more time. The Asuka lock with nowhere to go. Jade Cargill has no choice but to tap. And Asuka is going to Chicago.
Here is your winner.
My apologies to cut this celebration short, but it seems as if Mercedes and Sophia are still going, as Mercedes is running like a scalded dog, trying to get some distance in between her and Sophia. Sophia with that headbutt, but Mercedes with that powder that she has used once before. But Sophia trying to fight through trying to get her vision right, as Mercedes was sent flying. Big roundhouse dropping Sophia, and it creates an opening for her to run off. Mercedes is out of there, but Sophia right back on the attack. And Mercedes getting out of dodge.